All right, let's jump right in. Today on The Explainer, we are digging into a profoundly fascinating Eastern theology known as Daesun Jinriho. Specifically, we're uncovering Daesun Chiliwa Shin Inuidoe Hekshim. That is, the absolute core of Daesun Jinriho and Shin Inido. You know, if you've ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what our exact role is in the grand scheme of things, well, this source material offers a massive ongoing narrative. It essentially frames the entire universe's fate, not as some random sequence of events, but as a critical, cosmic collaboration between the divine realm and humanity itself. The concepts we are unpacking today revolve around this core idea called Shin Inido. And let me tell you, it completely flips traditional religious dynamics right on their head.
So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Origin of the universe. 1, 2, 3. 2. The equal cooperation of yin-yang. 3. Crisis. Divine-human conflict. 4. Shin-in-Yudu. Cosmic collaboration. And 5. Harmony. Humanity's true role.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Origin of the Universe. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so existence here is broken down using ancient philosophy, drawing heavily on Laozi. According to the source text, before literally everything, there's the Tao. Think of it as the absolute void, the ultimate beginning. Now the Tao gives birth to One, which is this unified original energy. Sometimes the text calls this tail. But that energy doesn't just stay unified. One then splits into two, which is the duality of heaven and earth, or yin and yang. And finally, heaven and earth combine to produce three. And guess what three is? It's humanity. This means humanity isn't just some cosmic accident. We are literally the mathematical and cosmological completion of the three realms. You basically cannot have a finished universe without step 3.
Moving right along to Section 2, the equal cooperation of yin-yang.
So, the crucial takeaway here is that in this theology, yin and yang absolutely must cooperate perfectly. The text uses this brilliant architectural metaphor to impartially explain the dynamic. Imagine heaven, which is yang, as a visionary architect. And think of Earth, which is yin, as the practical, boots-on-the-ground builder. Now, an architect's grand, beautiful design is completely useless if there's no builder to actually construct the house, right? And a builder can't build a house without a blueprint. Neither cosmic force is superior to the other. They are 100% interdependent. The source notes that humans often mess this up by creating false hierarchies, like elevating men over women or heaven over earth. But universally speaking, it is a strictly equal partnership.
Which brings us to Section 3, Crisis, Divine-Human Conflict.
Okay, here's where things get incredibly intense. The source text walks us through this terrifying escalating chain reaction of discord, and it starts incredibly small, like domestic small. If a husband and wife who are a micro-representation of yin and yang are in discord, the home is ruined. Scale it up, if the people and their leaders are in discord, the nation falls into chaos. If the universe's yin and yang are in discord, we see massive natural disasters. But the highest, most terrifying level? If the divine realm and humanity are in discord, it results in the absolute annihilation of all creation. And according to the text, this is exactly the precipice the universe actually found itself on.
The theology basically states that things got so bad, the universe suffered a literal mental breakdown. Yeah, it's a state called Samge Chakran, or the mental derangement of the three realms. Why did this happen? Well, human arrogance. As humans advanced and started conquering nature, we deeply insulted the divine spirits who actually manage and govern that nature. We essentially trampled all over their hard work, and this caused the gods to just turn their backs on humanity, completely shattering that vital yin-yang cooperation between the realms.
Listen to this quote from the source, because it outlines the ultimate existential threat. If gods and humans are in discord, all creation will be annihilated. This is a massive existential crisis, referred to in the text as Bergyup. The stakes literally couldn't be higher here. We're not just talking about a few bad storms. We are talking about the complete collapse of existence, all because the blueprint and the builder have stopped talking to each other.
Let's move to Section 4, Shin and Unui, Cosmic Collaboration.
All right, this is it, the absolute core of the theology we're exploring today. Shin Inui Do is made up of characters that mean to depend on and to guide. Historically, humans just blindly submitted to the gods, basically saying, hey, we are your servants, tell us what to do. But this concept says nope, that era is over. Shin Inui Do describes a truly modern collaboration. Actually, the source text even uses the English word collabo. It means gods and humans must act as total equals. Where humans are weak, they depend on the gods. Where the gods are limited, they rely on humans to guide the physical execution. It is a perfect mutual partnership.
But, as you might guess, there was a massive problem.
How in the world do you get lofty, powerful gods to collaborate with humans who have basically been destroying the Earth? The text uses a harsh but honestly fascinating analogy. It says, to a tiger, humans just look like pigs, and to the divine spirits, humans looked equally lowly. So, to make this collaboration even possible, the theology states that the Supreme Being actually had to incarnate as a human. By entering the physical world through a human mother and living a human life, the Supreme Being bridged that massive gap, leveled the cosmic playing field, and essentially forced the divine spirits to finally respect and partner with humanity.
And that leads us to our final section, Section 5, Humanity's True Role.
So why is humanity so uniquely suited to fix the universe? Well, it comes down to how we're built. The text explains that the human soul is derived from heaven. When we pass away, it returns to heaven. Our physical body, on the other hand, is derived from earth, and it returns to the earth. Because we are uniquely constructed from both heaven's soul and earth's body, we are the ultimate mediators. We are literally the only beings capable of standing between the two realms and resolving cosmic disputes. This is the core concept of Zhenghe, or harmony. It dictates that when heaven and earth are divided, the three powers take their positions, and humanity resides dead in the center. Again, humanity isn't just some afterthought. We are physically and spiritually anchoring the entire cosmos. We are the glue holding heaven and earth together.
Which brings us to a critical era that the text describes as Chenji Yong in GC, the time of using humans. Heaven and earth have literally reached a point where they can no longer function or complete their cosmic goals without human intervention. Think about what that means. It means that everyday acts of peace, resolving a stupid fight with your spouse, or acting with harmony at your workplace, they aren't just good manners anymore. According to this philosophy, those everyday acts literally prevent cosmic disaster and help the universe succeed. You essentially hold the power of life and harmony right in your hands.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. If this grand theology is correct, and the universe has evolved to a point where the gods are waiting on us to step up, collaborate, and harmonize the three realms, are you ready to answer that call? It completely changes how you view your daily interactions, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive in today's explainer. Keep learning, keep harmonizing, and I'll catch you next time.